There we go. And we're back.
Hello.
So much calmer, slower going. Only 50 people as of right now watching. Oh, it just jumped. Means we're probably just connected to Facebook's now running too. Deadeye just texted me and asked me if him and Cody were still able to come to the men's retreat. And I went from like expecting him to be there to now I'm doubting whether or not I pulled the room off the website for the two of them. So while we were in between the live streams, I just had to go and pull it.
Yeah.
And I'm almost positive I pulled a room off for him.
I think you did. You're really good about doing that in the moment.
Right, because I know I'll forget.
Yeah.
But now I'm not sure. And what if I tell him that, yeah, the room is there, I pulled it, and I pulled it for somebody else, and I didn't pull it for him? I'm super fucking worried that there's not going to be enough space for people.
We'll make it work.
Yeah.
Deadeye seems like a pretty adaptive dude.
We'll just take the van.
Right? Like.
Worst comes to worst, we'll live in the van for the weekend.
Right. And I am cool with that.
Hey, Chris, I asked a few days back about giving a shout out to my fiance today. His name is Jackson, and today marks 2 years sober for him, and I am so proud of the accomplishments that he has achieved in 2 years. Shout out to Jackson. Good job, dude.
Congratulations, dude.
Yeah. 2 years is a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, especially without a relapse, that means that you've had over 820 days of getting your shit together and like consistently doing the work to make sure that you're taking care of your shit. It's a big deal. 365 would be 6, 7. Yeah, right? Is that over 800 days? No,
I can't tell.
I don't math, guys. I
don't.
7th grade fucking brain over here. 730 days. It's a lot. 730 days.
That is a lot.
When you really put that into like perspective, most people don't make it to the gym, 6 months out of the year.
Yeah.
730 days.
Yep.
It's awesome. Well, we're here for Q&A, guys. So we're going to sit here and stare at you staring at us until something happens in the chat that we can talk about. Men's retreat happens next weekend. Not this weekend, but the following. So I have like 10 days to get my shit together.
I have no menu planned.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you guys fajitas one night.
Hell yeah. Love that.
I think Friday night's going to be cheeseburgers with homemade fries. Breakfast is probably going to be waffles, yogurt, eggs, bacon. Breakfast is going to be the same thing Sunday too. Lunch might be like some salad and soup. Saturday night dinner, I don't know, homemade pizza.
Yeah, or we can just order a pizza that night.
Okay.
I gotta figure out my documents. I put all that shit together months ago, and I haven't thought about it since because it was done.
Right.
And now that it's not fresh in my brain, I have to go and teach myself what I'd fucking put together. I'll get there. What keeps you guys consistent and what pushes you to stay motivated on goals? Knowing that we are not where we want to be in life.
Yeah.
We're happy with where we're at, right? Don't get it twisted. Like, we are very much present in the moment, living our life and doing our thing, but we have so many things that we believe our future is going to be that we can't just sit stagnant and hope. You got to do the work to fucking get to where you're trying to go.
Woke up in a contorted, painful mess this morning at like 3 o'clock. 1, to a full bladder, and 2, I was like 4 weeks until the women's retreat. And I was like, I have to get the binders, and I have to get the paper, and I have to get the bags. And I was like, relax. Like, all of that's going to take like a week.
Yeah.
And it's going to take me like 2 days to print everything out. I need to breathe.
Yeah. I'm not doing any of that. I bought all my men journals, so they'll get their own journals, but I'm going to just bring my tablet and read my documents and have discussions. So thought about bringing sacrament and holding ceremony while we were there.
Yeah.
But Steve's not coming. And not having a medic is a concern. Even though what we're doing is safe, it still worries me.
Yeah.
So What's your opinion about someone ending a relationship because of a start of epilepsy? I would say that the person that ended the relationship was pretty fucking honest.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being like, this is not the type of shit I signed up for. I'm not going to be a caretaker. I can't handle this thing. People get hurt because you feel abandoned. I totally get that. But like, you have to understand the other perspective. Would you have rather them stayed, faked it, and been resentful that you're sick?
Right.
Or that you're having these issues? We have a couple that we're close to that one of them has severe fucking epilepsy. And like, dude can't work a normal job because of this shit. Like we get to see the non, like, the secret side of it, I guess is what you call it. What would you call that?
Behind
like,
the closed
behind the curtains. Like, we get to see the other side of those things. It's not just the, hey, they have seizures.
What's operating the Oz.
Right. We get to see all of the other shit that goes on with that. And it's hard. So
it is a lot. Yeah.
Super chat. I'm going to apologize for all the coughing and snot, guys. We're both battling the shit. And even though we took Mucinex, it's still a thing.
That I blew my brain out this morning.
I keep getting all kinds of grossness.
Yeah.
Yep. Bandit said, men's retreat 9 days, 8 days until Kill Puddle gives me my new tattoo. I will sleep in my truck if did I or Cody need a bed at the retreat. I appreciate that. Bandit, are you Ricky? I got a friend request from somebody that's in our Discord, and I know they're in our Discord because they're friends with a whole bunch of people in our Discord, but I don't know who it is. Thought about bringing my tattoo equipment too.
Yeah.
Yep. I just, it's one of those things that like, I don't want to get caught up in doing things like that.
Yeah.
Like if it was a small retreat, if it was like 5 people, 10 people, bringing all that other shit and having a fucking weekend would be cool. But
yeah, I've actually thought about, now that we are legal with everything that we are doing, I've thought about holding women's ceremony retreats.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll get there. Those are coming. Those are definitely coming. Somebody said, so what's the point of sickness and health? They said relationship, not marriage.
Correct.
So you don't have those vows when you're in a relationship with somebody. You have those vows when you are married to someone.
Yes. Yeah. Ran her ass tired.
I see that. She's over here struggling.
Yep.
Summer asked how my blanket's coming. How is my blanket coming, babe?
I almost done. I am almost done with the first layer that is now transitioning into the long beige. So I have 2 more skeins, right? I believe it's 2 more, because I think this was 3 different. 1. Yep. So I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 skeins of yarn to get through before this is done.
Well, now they know.
Yeah.
We got a super chat from Jenny. Guys, we read all of our super chats. It's guaranteed to get your shit on the podcast or on the show. Jenny said, Peach, I will be there early to help with the women's retreat.
Beautiful. Thank you. We're going to have shopping to do.
Yeah. Comment. Hopefully we can get some of the August ceremony shit sold, the spots sold before then.
Yeah.
Shaquille said, thank you both for holding space for all of us. I went from dating a very emotionally and abusive man to now dating a wonderful man, but he doesn't like to talk about emotions and gets overwhelmed by mine sometimes. Do you have advice on how I can adjust? You should start by having conversations about your emotions. Be like, this is not a you problem. I'm not expecting you to fix anything. I just want you to understand what I'm going through so that we can relate on this thing. Men need to be taught. Men need to be taught about emotions. Most of us have never been taught any of that shit. And like,
a lot of you guys had really abusive mothers.
Yeah. Yep. So there's a whole lot of things that has to be learned there. And like, we equate emotions with bad, negative shit. And when you understand that, you know, there can be sadness or frustration and it's not, and you're not in trouble for it. Like it changes things, right? Yeah. Not getting punished is a good way to word that. You're kicking ass on the blanket.
Oh, thank you.
Is it crocheting or knitting?
This one is knitting. This one I am knitting.
Yeah.
I am crocheting myself the bouquet flower blanket, though.
Somebody said, I'm so sad that I'll be missing this coming women's retreat, but I'll be visiting a friend and her babies, aka my god babies, for the first time in a few years.
Oh, I love that. That's beautiful.
My husband is coming home. This is super chat on YouTube, super chat. My husband is coming home from a 6-month deployment soon, and I was wondering if you had any advice on how to not be overwhelming for him, but also not be too distant. I don't really know how to act. I can tell you that coming home from being deployed and coming home from prison feels exactly the same.
Yeah.
And there's a whole lot of adjustment that needs to happen because your life is very dictated. And like you have schedules and there's routines and there's not as freedom is not really a thing. Like
You're told what to do.
There's a whole lot of I have to adjust. So just give that first 3 to 5 days as like an adjustment period. Is there anything that you need? No, cool. Just leave me alone. Like,
Am I being too much?
right. Communicate.
I ask my husband that all the time. Not all the time. But, this also speaks to like being able to pick up on his energy. If you can tell that he's overwhelmed, give him a little forehead kiss. I'm going to go start preparing dinner. You don't even have to mention the fact that you've noticed he's overwhelmed.
Yeah.
I'm going to go start preparing dinner. I love you. If you need anything, holler for me.
Yeah.
All about just touching in. I would personally be at my husband's ass. Yeah, we're pooping together. We're taking a shower together. We are walking the dog together, pumping the gas together, putting on hoodies together. Yeah.
That's funny.
See, and then in turn, am I too much for you right now? If it's a little too much, just let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how would you feel if I told you were being too much?
I get it.
That's funny.
I overwhelm me. Like, y'all don't act up. Don't act like you don't overwhelm yourself and then be offended when someone says they're a little bit overwhelmed by your energy. Just be like that sometimes. You have to reel yourself in with your own brain, and sometimes somebody else is the light switch to let you know, like, hey, intermission.
Yeah. My husband will be coming home from prison in a few months. I'm excited, but I never considered how overwhelming being back in the real world would be after a year. It will be. It fucking will be. I promise you, the first week that he's out is going to be a lot for him. My first 24 hours when I was released was probably one of the hardest 24 hours of my life. Because I not only am I trying to like navigate freedom and being able to do whatever the fuck I want to do, I'm having to navigate personalities that I haven't been around in a while. People that I love, that I know love me, but I don't know them anymore. Because it doesn't matter how many phone calls you've had. It doesn't matter how many letters you've written or read. You've spent that much time away from that person. There needs to be a reacclimation. Yes, of the environment. It's fucking hard. Yep. Can you guys talk about no contact with the same man has shown me what it feels like to be loved, valued, and cared for. He showed me I don't have to be the independent woman who does everything. Why are you no contact with him if that's the case?
Yeah, I'm confused.
So hard to come home. Took me a couple weeks to go to stores. Thank God for my sister in that time. That's real. There's a line in one of Struggle Jennings' songs that says it's harder coming out than going in. He then said it's hard to understand that statement unless you've been where I have been. And it's real. Going in, like you just got to go follow instructions and be ready for whatever's coming at you. Coming out is a whole different ballgame because you have the mentality of what you just lived through, and the rest of the world doesn't live like that. There's a lot that goes into all of that shit. Don't want to ever have to experience that shit again. I saw some comments coming through, something about CPTSD and how do you guys date somebody with that or whatever, or what do you do in your healing process? If you guys truly have CPTSD, you need to go into therapy. You need to be working through your shit. And you need to do it until you're comfortable enough with who you are and like solidified in who you are before you start trying to fucking bring other people into your life. Super chat. David said, started moving out of me and my ex-wife's house. It's been rough. It's been a rough week, but I'm protecting my peace and journaling through it. Can't wait to go to an event for the church. Got some stuff to work through.
Can you mute me, please?
Yes. Yeah, there we go. Should have a coughing fit. You guys might get to hear her hawking loogies back there. Church things coming, guys. We have 2 ceremonies planned. We have one coming in August at the weekend of the 28th, and then the weekend before Halloween in October. Once those are situated, those will go up on the website here pretty soon. I think the website will be done tomorrow. I'm hoping that it'll be done sooner, but once that's done, we'll be able to start putting the shit on the website. I'm here from TikTok, and I just wanted to say my husband and I are navigating healing after cheating in our relationship, and you guys have been a massive help. I love that. I'm glad that you guys are fucking doing the thing and making it work. It's a lot of work, and it's hard, but it's worth it if you believe that you know this is what you're supposed to do. Got a super chat, $10. What would be your advice on trying to get your partner to realize they have an anger problem and to want to better himself for himself, our relationship, and our daughter? So first you have to be able to call out the anger without making it worse. So finding ways out of conflict to address that you notice that there has been a shift in energy, whether you think they're getting mad or whatever the case may be, and being able to call that and then implementing some sort of strategy to emotionally regulate when those things happen. Whether that's you guys pause, he takes a walk, steps outside for 5 or 10 minutes and digs his toes in the dirt, whatever it is, it's going to make him fucking self-regulate and then come back in and approach the situation from a different standpoint. The biggest thing in all of this is the kids. If you've got somebody that is emotionally unregulated, it's going to affect the children way more than it's going to affect your marriage, because your marriage can recover from this. He can calm down, but any type of fucked up things that happen with the kids is going to carry their entire life. So that would be a conversation as well. Are you ready to come back? Okay.
Excuse me.
Somebody asked, what is ceremony? I'm going to touch on that real quick. We started a church, and part of the church is sacred sacraments.
Yes.
And that sacred sacrament is part of our ceremony. And we are going to be holding spiritual weekends where people can come and spend a weekend with us and do things like Reiki and somatic healing and breath work and Qigong. And integration. And then there will also be a ceremony held with our sacred sacrament. There's a whole lot that's going into all of that, but that's still being worked out. The legality of it is done. All the lawyer paperwork is finished. We're just tying up things on the back end of our side to make sure that our asses are covered with things. But yeah. Someone on TikTok mentioned a Discord. How do I find that? Is it Patreon only? It is Patreon only. Yeah, we have it behind a paywall for a reason. You guys can find all the information about our Discord and Patreon. If you go to tobebetter.com/join, it'll take you to the page. We have multiple tiers on there. We have a lot of tiers on there. Some of them go all the way up to like one-on-one coaching with us. Mm-hmm. Some of them are as low as $15 a month, which is 50 cents a day. That gets you access to the Discord and the private or public men and women's group that's part of the Discord, homesteading, fucking public schooling, homeschooling.
Exclusive content.
All kinds of shit. And we go live for our $15 tier, we go live multiple times a week when we record. So Brittany said, I am on a new walk of faith. I have been setting new boundaries. We are not married. He is refusing to respect them. He says, I am just being selfish. Am I wrong for ending that relationship?
No.
If you set a boundary and somebody does not uphold your boundary, did you really set a boundary? Like, that's not, you know what I mean? Like, if you say
Right.
this is not a thing for me, you can't do X, Y, Z, and they do that thing, they're telling you that they don't respect you.
Yep. The only people who I think get upset about boundaries being upheld, or people who get upset with you not being cool with them disrespecting them, are abusers.
Yeah. They're the ones who are no longer getting what they were getting from you.
Yep.
Yep. Somebody said there's super chats. Did I miss a super chat? I read the anger problem one. Read the ex-wife one. Read the coming home from a 6-month deployment. Read the early for the women's retreat. I've read all the super chats. I'm not missing any. If somebody sent a super chat and it didn't go through, maybe, but I've seen all the super chats. Excuse me. No, I just got in. I'm late. Oh, okay. Well, welcome. Love you guys. Been here since 2024 and was watching the love language live videos when I saw you were live. Man, we haven't. The love languages.
Yeah.
Thank you for your support. You guys help me every day. I appreciate all you do. Thanks for giving me the advice and comfort I need for my own story. It's awesome.
You're welcome.
It's awesome. You guys are responsible for your own lives, and the fact that you guys are taking time to watch our content or read books or meditate, right? You're doing things that's benefiting your life. And that's
Yes, it
okay,
is.
right? Like, it's okay to take up space in the world. It's okay to love yourself. Over the weekend, I had this whole realization that, like, it's been a long time since I was appreciative of my body, right? Like, you take it for granted. You don't think about your gut health, right? Or like, you don't think about going to the gym for anything other than trying to look good. You don't think about going for, the longevity of your body. Unless, you know what I mean? Like, there's people that do CrossFit because they want to be functionally at everything, but like, even that, there's an ego that's involved there. It's not just about making sure that your health is taken care of. Yeah. Can you tell me y'all's opinions on shadow work? True shadow work is nasty.
Yep.
It's very hard.
It's ugly.
It is very ugly.
It hurts.
It can, for sure.
A lot of grief that has to happen. A lot of acknowledgement of who you were is who you were, and this new season of who you are becoming is the lessons you learn from it all.
Yeah. It's a whole lot of what you're still carrying too. Jung believed that in order for you to really be whole, you had to confront your shadow and accept it, right? Like, people want to push all that shit down and suppress all of the ugly that's ever been a part of them, whether it's happened to them or what they've done to other people. And you can't ever be whole until you integrate your shadow as part of who you are. There's a whole lot of shit that goes into the Peter Pan books about the shadow. If you really think about, Jungian psychology, I think that shadow work is necessary. More people need to be watching your videos. It is very helpful and good content. It's sad that a lot of people run away from themselves and choose not to do the work. You guys serve a good purpose, and I'm glad to be inspired of what you guys do.
Oh, thank you.
That was awesome. Yeah, it was very good to read. Learned a lot from y'all's videos. Finally alive, I've been able to catch. Love you guys. Been watching you guys since the start of my relationship with my fiance. You guys have been exponential, good word, in our personal growth and our relationship growth. We are now the healthiest we've ever had. It's awesome.
It is awesome.
I think so too. I just started and it's getting kind of scary. It will. Hopefully you're doing your shadow work with some sort of guide or a coach or a mentor, a counselor, a therapist, at least a journal. Don't run from it. Face the shit. Journal about it. Always journal, guys. Journal, journal. That's such an underutilized resource. Super chat. 1999. My husband and I used to get sick all the time. I started making honey onion infusion, and anytime I feel a tickle of that, we are getting sick. We take about 2 tablespoons and wake up the next day. Fine the next day. Hell yeah. we have 2 kids that are 7 and 8 years old. And until they're no longer in the public school system, it doesn't matter what we do, that getting sick shit's getting sick.
Yeah.
I take turkey tail.
Oh, we have so many supplements and
Yeah.
concoctions and
Yeah, take all that shit every day. Sometimes
Yeah.
the kids funk just fucking hits, and when it hits, it hits. Somebody said the shadow workbook journal from TikTok is a good way to start shadow work. I actually looked at that book and was
God.
not impressed by it.
I bought that book.
Yeah.
It felt like a cash grab to me.
Yeah.
I understand, like when I first bought it, I made a TikTok review about it and I said, I understand how this can be helpful to some people. But for me personally, the way that my brain works, I need more than just how did you feel today?
Yeah.
With a blank page. And then day 27, based on yesterday, how have your thought patterns changed?
That book is a tool to get people to start journaling.
Yeah. I think the information in the front of the book is very good. But I don't know, the journaling prompts were lackluster. Not saying don't buy it, just trying to give expectation before you buy it.
Right. So, if you keep your expectations low on that, it definitely, like you said, there's definitely good information in there in the beginning.
Yeah.
If you guys learn how to journal, you won't have to buy books like that. There are coaches and there are therapists that specialize in shadow work. There are plant medicines that you can take that are really big with shadow work as well. But somebody said, is there a book that you can buy that's good for that? I can't, off the top of my head, I don't have a shadow work book that I could point you to. Take 3 supplements that keep me golden: black seed oil with oregano, vitamin D3, K2, and astaxanthin. I heard that, was it oregano? I saw something the other day that said that there was an extract that was used from a basic kitchen, and I want to say it was oregano, that is so potent when it's extracted, like into an oil, that it can kill cancer cells. Wild to me.
That's crazy.
Somebody just became a member with early access. Thank you for that. I have a coach and I was just journaling at first. I now have a book and a journal, and I'm kind of the same way. It's blank pages as far as the journal is, but I've been incorporating it into my own journal, and actually gives you a second to revise, and it's been a bit helpful. That's actually how I journal. Oil of oregano was that thing. Thank you for that, Haley. When I journal, if I'm journaling to work through things, I will always journal the ugly raw, and then I'll come back the next day and I'll refine it. And then I'll come back a day after that and refine it again. And that gives me the opportunity to read what I wrote, reflect on how it's impacted me over the last 24 hours, and then continue to work through until I can get to the source of what was really going on. Do we grow oregano?
We have the Cuban oregano.
We did.
It's bouncing back.
Is it? Thank fucking God. Is it in the garden, or is it bouncing back in the actual ground?
It's bouncing back in the actual ground. I can propagate some of it and put it in the garden. I'm going to probably go back out there today and start working on the left side of the garden and get all of that going. I do have certain herbs that I want to get growing out there so we can replenish our medicine cabinet.
Do you want to try to hit Fort Myers today so that we don't have to do it tomorrow?
Yeah.
You should probably text her and see if she's there.
Would you mind doing it real quick? I appreciate you doing that, husband.
You are welcome.
Charlie, appreciate that long comment. Chat jumped a little bit, but I read through it. It was all good things. I love that. Enjoy the West. The West. Good day, Brandon.
How do you plan on homeschooling your kids? I was unschooled and struggled academically in my adult years now. You're the first person that I've ever heard say that they struggle academically as an adult after being homeschooled. We are unschooling our kids. They're well, I guess maybe not unschooling in like a true unschooling, but we are pulling them at the end of the school year.
Yeah.
And they will have curriculum and their expectations and standards of what's going to come of their education is going to be a whole lot fucking higher with us.
Yes.
Than it is in the school system. We do so much more with the kids than what's required of us now.
Yeah.
The only difference is they won't have an 8-hour school day anymore. It'll be a shorter school day because we can get done a lot more with one-on-one attention.
Yeah. And there's not like lunch is just going to be lunch. It's not going to be worked into an 8-hour day.
Yeah.
And then downtime's not going to be worked into an 8-hour day and all of that.
But we're going to be doing shit that actually gets the kids out of the house. Like if they're going to learn about sea life, we're going to go to an aquarium or we'll go to fucking SeaWorld or, they need to learn about geysers. We'll fucking go to Yellowstone. We bought an RV so that we can take the kids out and actually have them do things.
Yeah.
And we've actually built the unschooled is different. I'm aware of that. That's why I corrected myself. That's why I said it's not going to be unschooling in that traditional sense. It's more, I addressed that. Oh, the chat's behind. I don't know. Maybe they didn't catch it. I don't care.
know. Maybe.
But I know that I did correct myself.
You did, yeah.
We want to be able to still record and work out of the RV. Like I've mounted tripods or base plates up that I can put a ball head on so that we can still work while we're traveling so the podcast can continue. Are you required to take a home-based education certification course in Florida?
You are not.
Are you taking them out of school this year or next? At the end of this year. Looked into project-based learning. That's what I plan to do with my kids. I can only pray and hope that my marriage can be like yours when it grows up. You're praying and hoping for your marriage to be like ours isn't going to make your marriage like ours.
Right.
You guys are going to have a whole lot of ugly conversations and a whole lot of patience and grace and love and compassion. Understanding that the person sitting across from you has an entire universe inside of them with emotions and nerve endings and
trauma.
Stresses and right. Mm-hmm. This is a whole lot of work, guys. It's a whole lot of fucking work to be where we're at, but it's all doable. Anyone can have the relationship we have if two people just commit to doing the work.
Yep.
I believe you guys can have it. Totally believe you guys can have it.
Oh no.
You gonna keep going? That's 6.
Maybe.
It's 7. 8.
That was it. That was terrible.
Yeah.
That was awful.
She said, that's what I meant, ... I'm crossing my fingers that we can. You got it. Just got to do the work. Just got to do the work.
That hurt my neck.
I bet it did. I went through that all weekend with my sneeze in my back. Getting old sucks, doesn't it?
My God. So over this.
What'd you do? I sat up. Somebody said mushrooms are magic. Nature is amazing. ... Research. That's funny. I'd probably poop myself if I sneezed that much at once. Krista said, good purge.
Thank you.
You may have touched on it before, but what made you guys want to start a podcast? We actually didn't want to start a podcast. And we've touched on it a lot, but we can touch on it again because there's nothing going on. We had a hurricane come through our area and it destroyed 2 out of our 3 businesses. And I put all of my employees into one unit, and it pushed us out.
Yeah.
And we started making TikToks, and TikTok blew up, and people asked for a podcast, and we created it. I had already had the cameras and the knowledge for technology to do this, and we did a podcast and got some followers and did another one and got some more and just did the thing.
Can you mute me, please?
Yes. The whole universe part helped me in more than just my romantic relationship. In general, it's made me a more patient and empathetic person. It's awesome. It's fucking awesome. You're welcome. That's the best first step ever. Willingness to work on each other and individually is the ultimate commitment. You guys got this, Heather. Yep. I don't know who the Zach guy is, but he's very, very chatty in the chat, and he's definitely dropping some bombs. I like it. Shout out to him. Can we do a compilation of funny moments like Nose Ghost Rocket and News Anchor? Ha ha ha. Oh, that's some old school shit. We actually have a blooper folder right now of bloopers that we're putting together for the end of season 4.
Yeah.
But we do normally do an end of year blooper thing. So I'm willing to bet if you went and looked for like season 1 replay or season 1 bloopers or something like that, you'd find a moment like that.
We didn't do one last year.
No, we didn't get one last year. Last year was a weird transition period, and it didn't get done. You guys are such an inspiration. I have followed for many years. I started taking my husband's shoes off for him after he got home from work. This was something that was talked about in the podcast. And it was weird at first, but it connected us in a way that I can't fully explain. He thought it was a bit weird at first, but actually really enjoyed it. It finally got to the point where he asked me to stop because he works at a jail and his shoes have been through some nasty shit that he doesn't want me touching. Now I just meet him at the stairs for a long hug and some body squeezes, a great ways to help him decompress. I love that.
Beautiful.
Yep. Is the love language test still on the website? I wasn't able to find it in the resources tab. The love language test has nothing to do with us. That's an individual thing. But if you type in free love language test, I'm sure you can find one on Google. Any advice for newly engaged couples? The engagement period is a made up thing. You're still boyfriend and girlfriend until you get married. Doesn't matter what you call yourself in the interim.
I agree.
That engagement doesn't mean anything other than you are telling the world that you're going to get married now, right? So continue to live as if you're married and get married. Super chat. Suggestions on getting a wife into therapy after a loss of a younger sibling. I've got her back into church as a first step. Offer to pay for it. I would offer to pay for it. You guys put me onto ashwagandha last year, and we found out it actually helped us conceive after almost 5 years of trying. Oh shit, I didn't know that was a thing.
I bet it wasn't the ashwagandha, and I bet it was the fact that your body finally felt safe enough that the cortisol levels were dropping that it felt it was okay to get pregnant.
Yeah. Well, ashwagandha will do that with the cortisol levels.
Right.
So. Me not giving a shit about what other people think and being a people pleaser. I've given myself peace. I've given my house peace. Honesty and transparency are two different things. I'm all about transparency. Sorry, not meaning to bomb shit. I've watched, listened, and read Chris's book. He allowed me to understand what I was trying to do with myself and with my wife. You inspired me. I'll never stop dating my wife. Flirt, love, touch, support. Don't stop dating ever. I love that, dude. Me saying that you're dropping bombs wasn't a bad thing. Like you are being very helpful in the chat. That was an acknowledgement to you and being appreciative. Are you live on more than just YouTube? We are live on Facebook as well currently. My husband's mom passed a month into us getting married, and we've been married for 6 months, and it's been the hardest time on us individually as a couple. Advice for depressed people who isolate. Time. Time is going to be the thing that's going to heal that.
Not allowing yourself to fall into stagnant routines.
Yeah, vicious behavior cycles.
Yeah.
They're going through and leaving things from the past. Somebody said that they want to see you drink a half a gallon of chocolate milk again. And then they said benefish bowl.
Yeah, that's funny.
That explains that some of the comments are indeed from Facebook. I'm glad I came back to watch you guys again, hoping to get things back on track. Well, I mean, we're glad you're here. Hopefully you can get your life together. Hopefully we can help with that. Oh, my back's starting to bother me.
How long have we been live for?
41 minutes.
Okay.
I have a bad case of I don't want us right now. Wife is homesick and I'm at work feeling very unproductive, debating to use my time off and just get out of here. It's okay to take some time off, dude. There are times where you need to re-fucking charge. Maybe, you know, being at home with your wife and like, you know, taking care of her while she's sick could be the thing that allows you to reconnect.
Yeah.
Serve your partner. If you have paid time off, you should take that shit. Not saying right now. I'm just saying don't let that PTO go to a paycheck.
Yeah.
You guys aren't supposed to work till death. Advice for someone who isn't sure how they want to proceed with life. Stressful job, but loyal. Wonderful spouse, but not in love. Heart pulls towards someone who ultimately wouldn't be good.
Jesus.
That sounds like infidelity to me.
That Jesus was, I would hate to be in your shoes.
Yeah.
Right? That sounds like discontent. That sounds like looking for something that's going to make you feel something. Got to reconnect with your person, man. Lean into doing something adventurous with them. Try to find that spark again with who you're with, not when I hear somebody who's not good for me, I hear like early 20s fantasy.
Yeah.
Summer vacation kind of shit, right? Started calling the mind the clouds and the body the ground. And you got to live a little logically. Got to live in the ground a little bit. Got to come out of the clouds.
We do have this hoodie on the website. It's not the Carhartt hoodie, but there are hoodies on our website. And we do have the high vis orange. Super chat from Mighty Mouse that just says, thank you for still being here. $20. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
I think it's crazy people save up hundreds of hours of PTO in the hope of using it later. Like, live your life and take a vacation. Your job does not care about you enough. I mean, I think that's I think you could say most jobs don't care enough about their employees. I would agree with that. You can't say that all jobs don't care. I'm real big on live your life. Real shit. I always had this dream in my head that I was going to live in a van and I was just going to travel and tattoo where I wanted to tattoo and see the world. Go work for 2 or 3 weeks and then fucking dip out to another town and to work for 2 or 3 weeks and then dip out to another town. And if you lived in your own van and all you had is a car payment and insurance, cell phone, it'd be super fucking cheap to do it, you know?
Yeah.
It would be like the modern day version of being a surf bum, working odd jobs, like doing like framing or something that you could do as a day labor thing just to survive. And like, I really wanted that life that looked like freedom to me. And then I started making money and doing good in life and like that changed. But I definitely think that if you guys want to travel and see the world and live your life, you should absolutely do that. Rachel said, I'm blessed with an amazing boss who encourages me to take time off for myself and pays me for it. I had employees that I used to do that for. Paid PTO, bought cars, fucking paid medical bills, did a whole bunch of shit. I'm now that boss that doesn't do any of that.
Yeah.
You can take your time off, but I'm not paying you for it.
Yep.
I'm done doing for people that will end up just not appreciating it in the long term.
Or just straight up lying.
Yep. Get burned enough.
Yep. Ruin it for everybody else.
That's it. Super chat. Where can we find details about the ceremonies and how much is a typical dose in a ceremony setting? I love y'all and everything you do. Ceremony stuff will be through the church. The website will be going live soon. We already have a Patreon for it. If you want to look into that, it's the Awakened Consciousness. As for dosing, that it's dependent on each individual. There's not like a typical dose.
Yeah.
We have a whole process that we go through to figure all of that out. Yeah. Super chat. My direct boss does. We get the option to work from home when needed. Also, I use my PTO all the time, mainly to hang out with Chris and Peaches where they go. Can't wait for the men's retreat in Bali. Yep. Bali's going to be a good fucking time, man. We got less than 2 months.
Yeah.
Till we're in Bali. Yeah. I'm almost positive that people still have time to sign up to go to Greece or Bali with us. I think the cutoff for Greece is the 11th, and I think the cutoff for Bali is the 30th. So if you guys want to travel internationally with us, those options are still there. Links are in the description. That blanket is looking so good, Peach.
Thank you.
I think I'm done.
Yeah, I think I'm done too.
I made it almost 2 hours a day.
Get lunch and then go to Fort Myers.
Yeah, we can just do that all in one shot.
Okay.
Guys, thanks for being here. It's been fun. We appreciate you. We love you guys. Love and light, and we will see you on the next one.
Light and love, guys. Have a good one.